Today, I want to talk about a fairly new feature in Google Sheets. And if you use Google Sheets, there's a good chance that you use formulas, or maybe you will one day. And if you use formulas, there's a really good chance that you either have or you will have a formula that does not work. And you will get what it shows on here, you will get this error message. And the way it has been is that when you get an error, it will just give you that message, and then it either has some kind of like cryptic thing with it that you may not understand, or it doesn't tell you what's wrong at all. It just doesn't work. So, what they've changed now is that since Gemini is within Sheets, they made it so that when you have an error, there's just a little Gemini like fix thing on there, and you can see it in their little animation here. I'll switch over to a sheet in a second and kind of show you one live. But they added it so that when you have an error, instead of having to try to figure it out and then go and have to like look it up somewhere, ask somebody or whatever, like, you can just ask Gemini, and Gemini can look through it and it will try to give you an explanation of what happened, why it's an error, and then how to fix it. So let me switch over to a sheet and just show you what this might look like. This is just a blank sheet, nothing special. And I'm just going to go into the first cell here, and I'm just going to do a really simple error. I'm just going to do 5 divided by 0. And you cannot divide by 0. So this one, it doesn't even say error, it just says divide by 0. So I mean, it already tells me in here, like, function divide parameter 2 cannot be 0, which means the second parameter in there can't be 0. But let's say I don't know what that means. It's like, now there's this little Gemini fix button here. So if I click on this, it's going to go in here and it's going to auto put in this prompt, explain and fix this formula, 5 divided by 0. And then this is just the model's thinking. So as long as this is spinning around the model, you just have to give it a second, and then it'll eventually give me a response down here. And get rid of that. And yeah, so now if I want to see the thoughts, I can expand that. But like once it's done, the thoughts kind of go away, and it's just like this formula is returning a value because the attempting to divide number 5 by 0 in mathematics, division by 0 is undefined, so Google Sheets cannot calculate a result, which that's what I wanted to have in here. So it's like, maybe I didn't know that. So it's like, now I can look through here, and it's like, to fix this, you have a couple of options, like provide a valid denominator. So basically anything that's not 0. So their example here is I can maybe put 1 and whatever. I can suppress the error. You can read through that. But yeah, I mean, it's a really simple example, but it just kind of illustrates that if you have an error in here, now you have an option to just click it, and then Gemini will do its best to kind of figure out what's wrong. So I'll do another one in here, and I'll just do, let's see, I'll do 5, and then I'll do minus divided by 0. So I'll put in 2 operations in one, which again, now I just get error, and it's like, okay, again, there's a fix button. So again, explain and fix this formula. Again, these are really simple formulas intentionally. But if you've used, Sheets or, Excel or any kind of spreadsheet thing, you know that the formulas can get really, really involved. And you spend a ton of time on a formula, and then you think you have it right, and then it doesn't work, and you don't understand the error. It can get frustrating really fast. So now for this one, the formula has 2 issues: syntax error, sequence of operators is invalid, you can't have a minus directly followed by a division sign, accurate, and then you also can't divide by 0. Agreed. And then here's what you can do to fix it, etc., etc. I'm not going to read through those, but I think this is potentially very useful if you use Sheets. Again, it can just save a ton of time. If your normal go-to is, you Google the error or look it up in whatever browser you like, or you go and you have to ask somebody, you have to kind of break away from your desk or wherever you are, and then go and do something, go and find the answer to what this is, versus you get something and you can click on it, you can let Gemini look it up, and then it, in this case, it gave multiple options. It's just like, maybe I don't want to do that one. It's like, oh, well, I can do this. And it's like, even if you look it up and you only find one answer, it's like Gemini in here might give you 5 different options and you can choose the best one, or just kind of, maybe I don't understand what this means. And because this is Gemini here, I can just prompt it and like, hey, I don't understand, you know, what, again, these are really simple, but it's like, if this was something more complicated, it's like, hey, I don't understand this concept. Can you explain to me this whole divide by zero in mathematics concept? And it can then look up that and it can just go into more of an explanation so you can really understand what's happening before you move forward. And this can just save you a ton of time because this is all just built in. So again, just going back to, their article here, this is a new capability in Sheets. I mean, I think before you could have gone into Gemini and then like typed in, like copied the formula and then paste it into Gemini and like, hey, why might this formula not work? And you could have kind of piecemealed it, but now they've just streamlined it. So if there's an error, then you can just click on the Fix with Gemini button in there, and then it will pull up Gemini in your side panel, and it will go through and it will, as it says here, seamlessly look through your error and give you some options. We'll link this article in the description if you want to like look through it on your own time. There's not a ton to it. Like I said, it's 2 paragraphs and then the demo in here. And just to get it set up, like, it's available by default. If Gemini in Workspace, if you use Google Workspace, if Gemini for Workspace is enabled, this feature is already enabled. But again, we'll link this post in the description just in case you want to look through it. But yeah, that's it. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.